I decided to come to Houston to practice in my hometown so that I could build a research center and a research clinical program that could be world-class. We have greatly decreased the amount of blindness worldwide with the developments that came out of the research labs and then our clinical research programs.
One of the themes that unifies us as a group is our true dedication to advancing this field for the betterment of our patients.
The reason I chose Retina once in ophthalmology was you could tell the revolution was coming. New treatments were available for patients, new surgeries.
Retina seemed to be on the verge of all sorts of new and exciting breakthroughs. The surgery was very enjoyable, and I just felt like that was the area that I could make the biggest difference, and I've never regretted that decision.
It's an amazing field because it's just booming. There's information coming at us so fast, we can't even swallow it all. And there's constantly more and more treatments.
Retina was the field that had so much potential to affect people's vision. Patients could go from not being able to see to seeing within a matter of even days to weeks. And I could feel like I was making an impact in the greater field of science, advancing this field of ophthalmology and retina and medicine as a whole.
I enjoyed concentrating on one little small aspect of the body, the eyes, maybe the smallest organ that demands its own specialty.
My interest just gravitated naturally towards the retina. That's what I've just found the most fascinating, captivating type of situation where you can't believe this thing exists.
The first time I saw the retina, it was one of those sort of wow kind of moments.
You're looking at parts of the eye that you will never see otherwise. And it's like uncovering these layers of mystery and just the beauty at the same time.
This is designed by something greater than ourselves. And so just seeing the beauty of that.
I just loved it, and there's no turning back after that.
Seeing a retina flapping in the wind and sort of delicately putting it back into place, and knowing that that patient's on a path to restoring their vision is pretty exciting.
When I was on the retina rotation and got to see what a retina specialist does, I was just grabbed by it.
I looked through the microscope and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. He let me actually suture under the microscope, which was just a thrilling experience for me.
The ability to see all the different diseases that can affect the body and being able to look into the organ and actually see those diseases in the eye is what captivated me. And I liked that. I liked that challenge.
For me, I enjoy really sort of being an expert in that one area. There's just so much opportunity to do good for patients. You can make such an impact for them that's really noticeable, that I found that to be really appealing.
I like to be the best at things. That's why we get into this field. It's a long road. What you want to do is your best to help others, and that's ultimately what's rewarding.
I do watch my game tape. I feel like I learn a lot. You know, professional athletes do that all the time. Professional golfers, they analyze their swings and so forth. I do get a lot of referrals from other doctors, other retina specialists. I can share a lot of what I learn on cases with my partners.
It's not just a job for me, it's a passion, and it's something that I, want to get better at every day.
I actually knew I wanted to be a retina specialist from very early on. My uncle, he actually developed a brain tumor and he went blind. It was like one day I'd seen him and he could see, and then the next day he couldn't. And just seeing how that affected his life, I became curious about, what drives vision. At the end of the day, it's really hard to beat the impact that you can make in people's lives.
I really like the fact that with retina, we see patients who have chronic conditions that need to be followed for years. And so we tend to build relationships with those patients, so I think that's very satisfying.
It's very important for me to not only to be able to provide the treatment for them, but knowing that we're in this together.
What we do is difficult, it's challenging, it has its ups and downs, but to be able to bring that to the community that I grew up with, the people that I know, friends and family, that just means everything to me.
All these things kind of coming together to really treat a really specific and specialized organ. The ability to do all of these things and help people see better is just what really kind of led me to it.
At the end of the day, you do everything you can to help improve their vision. It can be a very gratifying field to be in.
Some of the analysis actually suggests that people value their vision more than their life, which seems like a stunning statement to say. Vision is incredibly important to us as a culture, and it's incredibly satisfying and rewarding to me personally to see patients do well over time.
It sounds cliche and maybe cheesy, but literally I would say 2 to 3 times a week you'll see somebody that's just so grateful for what the vision they've gotten back. And when that happens, honestly, that's why we do it. That's why I personally really enjoyed this field, and I know for my partners this is something that kind of drives us every day. So even if we could retire, I think this is what we'd want to do in retirement, frankly.
How do we get there? Well, you develop new pharmaceuticals, you develop new devices, new treatment approaches, new management strategies, new imaging devices, and that's all of the stuff that we are pushing on a daily basis. And we're unified in that goal, and it takes multiple doctors, in my experience. I think of our practice, and I take great pride in the way that they help us care for our patients. So we very much see this as a team approach, and that we are all on the same team here with our patients.